Nice guitar intro, Zach. Kind of long. Kind of way too long to start a podcast with, but good nonetheless. T.
H. H. F.
F. All right. THF. It is Thursday, March 19th. It is day, 6 without sports? Day 7? What is it now?
I don't know. I might as well be Tom Hanks.
Yeah, it feels like a month since the NBA canceled its season, or suspended it, and it's only been a week. So
actually, that's not a good. That wasn't a good joke. I actually don't want to be. I might as not be Tom Hanks because I don't have coronavirus.
Would you? Good question. Would you trade having coronavirus, but knowing you're a celebrity that probably he's got a magical pill that he just popped the day after? It's like, hey, Tom, you got to fake these symptoms for the next couple of days. So just send out a tweet and maybe slap a handprint on a volleyball.
And have your bunk son record a video announcing to everyone that is how bunk it is.
It's crazy, man.
It's just fucking bunk.
Shit's bunk, man. All right. So the NFL, once again, are saving grace. Obviously, the new year starting yesterday. So more free agency news. There's a lot to talk about since we last recorded on Monday. Obviously, the big fish we'll get to later. But I asked you guys what's your biggest move or biggest storyline of free agency thus far, excluding the one we talked about. So, Scotty, we'll start with you.
Yeah, I'm going to say the one that was that just happened, and it's going to be the Rams releasing Todd Gurley.
Who is now a free agent.
Who is now a free agent. You know why? Because everyone's saying like he's done, and his knees are done, and I get that. I mean, it looked like he lost all explosion after like that Cowboys playoff game.
Yeah.
But dude is 25 years old.
Oh my,
like,
no
can't
way.
he bounce
Did
back?
CJ
25
did
years
CJ
old.
Anderson ruin Todd Gurley's career? Let's talk about it.
That's a good point.
No one's talking about it, but let's talk about it.
Yeah, because CJ was like the better running back during that Super Bowl run. But yeah, Todd Gurley, I felt like last year I had him in fantasy, and it was like I still started him every week because it seemed like he scored a lot of.
I'm pretty sure he scored like 16 touchdowns.
I'm trying to look it up. But yeah, he had a bunch of touchdowns, but now it's like going around Twitter, it's like, don't pay running backs. So now it's like, all right, the Bengals will one day release Joe Mixon. The Broncos will probably one day release Phillip Lindsay. The Ravens will probably release Lamar Jackson. All the running backs, just going by the wayside. So now it's like the Rams are obviously have buyer's remorse from giving Todd Gurley that contract. So now I think Todd Gurley's knees screwed everyone.
What is the dead cap money that they have? It's got to be just ridiculous.
It's
on a contract like
it's
that.
like almost $20 million.
Oh
yeah,
God.
it's
40 tutties.
Yeah,
or 14 tutties is what.
40 tutties.
Todd Gurley
Wow,
had.
that would be.
He has 70 in his career, and he's only been in the league 5 years. 70
plus another dozen receiving, Scotty. So he has 83 touchdowns in 5 years, and one of them I don't even count because it was the Rams.
No, receiving and rushing touchdowns is 70 total. Is what I was
okay,
counting.
I got you.
And, I mean, listen to these. In the last 3 years, 14 touchdowns total last year. The year before, 21. The year before, 19.
Yeah. Wow. And then
I mean,
the year before that, he was awful and had 6. You needed 600.
How much of his last contract was guaranteed?
His rookie contract? I don't know.
No, the one he just signed.
I don't.
That's why they released
50?
him today, Shelby. He was due.
Yeah.
Like $7 million at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
I was like, cut.
What was his guaranteed money from Zach's question? Wasn't it like 40 something?
Man,
I thought that's what he signed.
He doesn't have to play another down.
Yeah, I don't know, but he's going to go somewhere. I mean, obviously someone's going to pick him up.
Yeah.
My thing is...
I want the Broncos to get him.
Yeah. Well,
if they don't, then he sucks and his knees are awful.
I was going to say, Scotty, it's now accountability season. We've discussed that privately. It's whenever we have a take about something or a prediction, we have to be held accountable for that prediction. Like when Scotty said the Bears would be a good place for Tom Brady or like a dark horse.
When Scotty said literally 1,000 things.
But I was just going to say, Scotty, I think you were on the Todd Gurley is a grandpa train for a while during the season at least. I don't know. I think.
Yeah, I had him on my fantasy team.
I think you were on that train.
I just can't believe how the dude goes from like league MVP, voted number 5 in the top 100 one year, number 6 the year before, or flip flop that. I don't know. Top 10 player either way, goes from MVP to like just like zero explosion at all, just goal line carry power back. Like it just doesn't make sense to me, especially when I looked up today he's 25 years old. I mean, I don't know if he's just like not getting the surgery, if his knees have arthritis, or like I don't know like what's going on with him, but I just feel like if he has a chance to recover, I can get behind that as a fan. So as it stands, I'm a Todd Gurley stan. $45 million guaranteed in his last contract, by the way. $60 million with 45.
I would say how he goes from hero to zero so fast is that I just crunched the math real quick. 296.6 touches a year. That's a lot. Just under 300 touches every single year. That's how he goes from league MVP.
Is he the
first
Derrick
team
Rose
All-Pro.
of the NFL?
No, because Derrick Rose had one big playoff ACL injury, and then like Todd Gurley's just been like, he was a mystery. Like, why isn't he on the injury report? He's clearly messed up when the Rams are going to the Super Bowl, and they just were like, no, he's fine, and they were giving him like 8 carries,
and then they barely played him. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like his body just collapsed at one point, and it was like, why did Todd Gurley get 5 touches in the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
Is it that, or is it an indictment on the Rams training staff?
Oh,
like, are they that bad at handling injuries?
I don't know. I'm not gonna.
Good route.
I'm not gonna question training. That's what I always find amusing when it's like a team has a lot of injuries and they blame the training staff. I just think it's. I heard 5 years of getting the ball.
I heard Todd
didn't
Gurley
handle his injury well. Because
I heard
him
he
back so quickly.
is upset at the Rams. I heard Todd Gurley is officially upset at the Rams because he's like, you guys are paying me not to play, essentially.
Okay. He tweeted it's all business,
so,
though, once it happened. He quoted Deion Sanders' tweet and was like, oh, it's all business. All business. He's interested in playing.
Did you guys see who his favorite team was?
The Broncos.
The Broncos.
But did you
Who knows he was talking about the Nuggets, though?
Did you see? Oh, really? It wasn't June, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like June 2013, or in June 2012.
He didn't say the
and
team name, he said the city. All
exactly.
is fair. All is fair.
And so in June, so the next year or the year prior, he was just like, why did the Nuggets fire George Karl? He's done everything for that team. So I'm pretty sure it could be the Nuggets too, but who knows?
Okay. Did you see who Todd Gurley's interested in playing for?
Atlanta?
And the Dolphins.
Dolphins. Probably not the Dolphins anymore, though, right?
Right.
'Cause Howard
Right.
was just signed.
What makes me wonder is, imagine if the Texans just kept DeAndre Hopkins and then signed Todd Gurley tomorrow. Instead of trading for David Johnson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's rough.
Or the Cardinals sign Todd Gurley.
They might. Who says no?
Yeah. Yeah, not me.
Oh,
not I, says me.
Well, Kenyon Drake hopefully says
Right,
no.
but is Kenyon Drake a 25 carry back, or would they have a back through by committee?
Right,
with
you
him?
use Todd. You use Kenyon Drake as the receiving back and Todd Gurley as your power guy, or vice versa. They both are very versatile backs.
It really makes me think that the best running back career to have is like Giovanni Bernard. He's like never a lead back for. He's been in the league now 8 years, 7 years or so.
Yeah.
And
I want to know what his all-time earnings are.
Giovanni's?
Probably make me weep.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's not that much. It's
No.
like he makes like $5 million a year.
Right,
It'll be like,
but he's on his third
that's who-
contract.
Right.
yeah, exactly. With the same
And
team.
he's-
Well,
yeah,
not all
he's-
teams
yeah.
are going to respect players like the Bengals
That's
do
true.
to
That's
Gio.
true. But can you think of
I
another running back like that? Frank Gore's
Eckler and Philip Lindsay are both going to
Alfred
be
Blue.
Alfred
Is he still in the
Gio is.
Texans?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Do you think Lindsey would be like that? Because Lindsey's like the lead guy.
Definitely
I
not
don't think.
Royce
That's why I
Freeman.
think the Broncos are
Fuck.
looking into. The Broncos are looking into having like a more premier lead back.
Gotcha.
Right. I think Lindsey. I don't think they believe in Lindsey's like durability as well as like his just eliteness. I think he's good situational back.
Gotcha.
Change of pace.
Zach.
like Gio is.
Zach, what's your big
Yes.
free agency story?
It's gonna have to be Darius Slade of the Eagles, man.
Oh yeah.
That's a trade.
Damn. I didn't realize it as I was saying.
Oh
it.
for 2.
I guess it'd be the Bengals agree to deal with Mackenzie Alexander. That's huge.
Hey,
Such a big deal.
what he was?
No, they really needed to upgrade their pass defense, and they signed. Well, that's their second CB that they've signed.
Yeah, he's gonna replace Darquez Denard, and he was the only corner to not miss a tackle last year.
Yeah,
per
and Trey
Pro Football
Waynes.
Focus.
Him and Trey Waynes. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is big. This is big.
Well,
Cincinnati is bike question
yeah,
mark.
it's just weird they're spending money. It took a pandemic for
Yeah.
them to spend money, but hey,
We probably won't play next year, so let's just like go all out and get our fans hopeful, and then we'll just won't
while
play.
we're on this topic of the Bengals spending money, and it ties into Darius big play Slay, just came up with that. Not really, but he goes to the Eagles, and the Eagles still have terrible wide receivers. And it came out in the Houston Chronicle that the Eagles, Cardinals, and Bengals were in talks for DeAndre Hopkins.
Wow,
I know.
really?
If the
Bengals?
If the Bengals would have got Hopkins with A.J. Green, Tyler Boyd. Whew.
Yeah, that would have been. Do you think they would probably get rid of A.J. Green at that point? A.J. Green probably would have been part of the trade.
That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know.
Did you guys see?
They tendered that franchise tag like immediately. I thought that was before the Hopkins deal. So I don't know the timeline of it, but that's a good question.
Well, you can still trade a player,
Right,
if,
right,
if you tag
right.
them. But did you guys see? This will also apply as even though I already did one earlier this week. My bunk of the week is going to be
yeah.
Bill O'Brien, not for reasons you think, but for reasons that Michael Irvin kind of explained.
Oh yeah, tough look for Bill O'Brien. If true, big if true.
Well, yeah, with DeAndre Hopkins, kind of it did, but didn't, but inadvertently did come to his defense and said like. Just basically, he didn't address it directly, but he basically said, if you look at his Twitter, I don't remember exactly what the quote was, but he basically downplayed it. It wasn't like that kind of, it wasn't that big of a deal. He's just like, they didn't really want to give him the money, but he never really got that kind of disrespect from
Zach, he
Bill
downplayed
O'Brien.
it,
So I don't
but
know how
didn't
much I buy
say
it or
no.
not.
He never said that about the baby mamas thing.
Right, that's
yeah,
true.
For those in question, apparently Bill O'Brien told DeAndre Hopkins it's a bad look to be and compared him to like Aaron Hernandez for bringing around his baby mom, like his multiple
Late.
baby mamas, and just using
more
Aaron
ways than
Hernandez,
one with Aaron Hernandez.
the late Aaron. I mean, just to throw
he's
that name
just
out
jealous.
there in
He's
comparison.
just jealous that DeAndre Hopkins dated Mia Khalifa.
Oh. Didn't she have AIDS for a minute?
Yes.
That was like a yeah.
Question mark?
It was going
No,
around.
she did
I know
not.
she didn't, but it was like everyone was reporting she did,
was.
and she was just like, "No, I don't." And they're like, "Yep, you do."
Hey guys, on an unrelated note of things not being true, do you guys remember that time in history when like everyone got on Twitter at like 1 a.m. and started accusing Oprah of child molestation and not and child trafficking? Oh wait, that just happened. That's in 2020. Yeah, that happened this week.
Wait,
If you guys
what?
didn't know.
How did I miss that?
'Cause you might have been asleep, dude. So apparently, like at 1 a.m., my girlfriend just kind of looks over to me. She's like, "What?" And apparently, like something connected with Harvey Weinstein, that Oprah was involved with this like child trafficking and sex trafficking ring. And then she was just like, she finally tweeted in the morning. She's like, "So I just got a text and that everyone is telling me that I'm trending and for these obscene things when I'm just sitting in here trying to quarantine like everyone else."
Oh my god!
And everyone's just like, "Queen!"
Oh,
People have
why?
people have so much time on their hands now because of this self-quarantining that they're just finding links between everything. They're literally Charlie from Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Pepe Sylvia, just red string on cork boards, just finding connections that really aren't there.
Yeah, everyone was just saying like that she was arrested, so everyone's just like,
But
"Get
I'm
TMZ.
here-
We need
Yeah.
TMZ to confirm this."
But I'm definitely here for the memes, and I will eat them up.
yeah, I just dropped one, so
Love it.
it's pretty good. My biggest free agency story is the quarterback musical chairs that's going on, where a lot of quarterbacks out there and there's not enough spots for them. Talking about my boy AD Andy Dalton, Jameis Winston just led the league in passing yards and interceptions.
And interceptions.
And Joe Flacco, former MVP, just hit his prime.
Just hitting his prime.
Cam Newton, former regular season MVP. Is he healthy? So there's 4 quarterbacks right there that I'm assuming want to be starters, and they might end up being backups. Or like,
Let's rank them.
what if we
You
go?
can see Cam Newton going to the Chargers.
Yeah. What if we go? Like, what if
Hold me
we're
accountable.
What if we're into training camp and like, what if we're into training camp or into the regular season and like Jameis Winston just led the league in passing yards is just a free agent? That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you want to rank them?
Let's rank them.
All right, Flacco's worst.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dalton's
that's
third.
definite.
Winston's second.
I'd say Cam Newton's first.
That's what I said. Newton one.
If he's healthy.
Newton one.
Why
if
is
healthy.
why is Dalton 3?
In front of
I'd say
Flacco.
Dalton is like
He's so bad.
Out of the four, out of you don't think he's better than Flacco?
I think he's better than Flacco.
That's what I'm saying. He's third.
I think he's making an argument that
Why
he's
is he
better
three?
than Newton Newton
Jameis.
or
I didn't. I
Jameis.
said Jameis
Which
is
he's
second,
not, but-
and Newton's one.
Right. I'm saying Dalton is better than Jameis.
Oh, okay. You can make that argument. I mean,
Like 2A and 2B, but Jameis is better if his eyesight is actually improved.
it
Yeah, we're gonna get this like Steph Curry finally realized he needed glasses kind of thing where he like comes out, he's like just a fucking dog.
what?
You guys don't remember that?
I don't want to hear.
Steph
it.
Curry.
No.
You don't remember those memes?
Yeah,
Okay, you guys aren't
I
really
just don't
basketball
care
people.
enough.
It
That's
just
okay.
depends on which quarterback you want. A high risk, high reward guy. Jameis is
Yeah.
better if you're more cautious.
Zach knows like we could know everything about basketball in like the news, but Zach like knows this one random fact that no one gives a shit about, and he's just like, you guys just don't know basketball.
But also, you don't know basketball.
And how about Cam Newton with the Panthers? How he's just like he's typing in all hieroglyphics, and the Panthers are just like, yeah, we're thanks for the memories, Cam. And Cam's like, what? What memory? He's like,
I took us to the Super Bowl. What the?
he's like, wait, so I'm done? And the Panthers just like, yeah, we're gonna just screw this entire trade process because we're gonna tell every single team that we're done with you anyway. So no one's gonna trade for you now because we now have no leverage because we told the whole world we don't want you and you're done, and we signed Teddy Bridgewater. And continue typing in hieroglyphics and dressing weird.
Yeah, they're gonna be lucky if they get like a 7th round pick in like 80 years from now.
So the elephant in the room, not you, Zach. Tom Brady is now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and how like if I would have told you guys like when Brady threw that last pass against the Titans that was picked off, and I said that's Tom Brady's last pass as a Patriot, he's gonna be a Buccaneer. How like on a scale of 1 to 10, how like accurate do you think that would have been of me to say that to you? Like how much would you
0.
believe it? 0? I say 0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say 0. And let me repeat this so that Shelby can hear it. I would say 0.
Good one. But yeah, I think it's one of those weird jersey combos because I can't picture Brady. I mean,
It's gonna look ugly.
Yeah, for some reason I
Yeah.
could have pictured him in a Bears uniform, but
Like that orangish red is not a good
yeah,
look for him.
but even like
He is not an autumn. He is a total
Tom
spring.
Brady-
That's not his color scheme.
exactly Tom Brady playing in like a creamsicle Bucks jersey at like 4:00 Eastern against the Falcons
I'm
on
gonna throw up
Fox.
in my mouth.
Are you kidding me?
Ugh.
ESPN is literally doing 24/7 Tom Brady coverage and talks and analysis just so he can be like fucking Brad Johnson and Tampa
Win a
Bay.
Super Bowl?
Like this- yeah,
Dude,
but I mean,
I think
Maybe.
the best thing
Oh.
to come out of this though is to get to see him play Drew Brees twice a year if they both stay healthy.
That's true. That's the Super Bowl we
that's
never got.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point. And that division, I mean, obviously we're used to having Cam in that division, but it's still going to be pretty loaded offensively. Breeze, Brady, Bridgewater, and Matt Ryan. So take overs
Yeah.
on the NFC South? Question mark?
I take.
That's
I
always
take-
been the case, man.
It
It's
really
always
has.
been
Yeah,
over
you're right.
City.
You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, I have two accountability.
That's tough for you.
Shut up, Zach.
Yeah, so I'll never bet it.
I'm just kidding. I love you, Zach, and I love
Okay.
Shelby's unders.
Stop.
Hey,
Nasty.
I have two rumors that I need you guys to hold me accountable for.
All right, wait.
I
I gotta
can't
get
wait.
my Hold You Accountable tracker out, and by that it's just another colored notepad.
I have two moves that I think are gonna happen
Hold on.
from the dome,
All right.
and I told you guys know one, and it's Aqib Talib to the Ravens.
Accountability Tracker 2020.
It's the accountability booster.
2020.
2020.
It's
When this
Aqib
device
Talib,
goes off, when this bad
a
idea goes
vet.
off.
Mix him with Earl Thomas. He's healthy.
I thought Earl Thomas got sunned by Derrick Henry in the playoffs, and now he's like retired. That's just what Twitter said when
Oh.
that happened, so I don't know.
Yeah, right. You got Son, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
The
he
other one
a
is Todd
pass-
Gurley.
He is a pass coverage defender, and it was a run play. But go on.
Do you guys want to know where Todd Gurley's going to go?
To Denver.
I mean, I wish, but no.
Can I guess?
Sure.
The Eagles.
No.
New England.
No.
The Cardinals.
Nope. Good guess.
Wait, AFC or NFC?
Seahawks.
NFC.
Seahawks.
The Cowboys.
No. No.
The Redskins.
No.
Damn it. The Bears.
The Giants.
No.
The Packers.
Jesus.
The Lions.
Guys,
the Vikings.
No.
The Saints.
No.
The Falcons.
The Packers.
The Panthers.
No.
The
No.
Seahawks. The 49ers. The Cardinals.
The
No.
Alouettes.
The Eagles. The Cowboys. The Redskins. The Giants.
No.
How'd
How'd you guys
Tampa
literally...
Bay.
Yes. Jesus. Literally the last team you guys guessed. And you guys even guessed like 3 teams and forgot the Bucks, and while just like naming off NFC teams.
Scotty going on the accountability tracker to tell you Todd Gurley's going to the betting favorite to land Todd Gurley in Tampa Bay plus 100 odds. Going on a limb.
Yeah, well, do you guys want to hear that's why my sources are so good, by the way.
Okay.
It's 'cause- yeah.
Fair.
Per source.
So the Rams' losses so far,
So 4.
There's been 4
Todd
of them.
Gurley,
Razor blades.
Rice applies.
Bearcon, Todd Gurley, Dante Fowler, Michael Brockers, Corey Littleton, Clay Matthews, Nickel Roby Coleman, Eric Weddle, and then Wade Phillips
Zach
Well, he
Taylor.
retired.
with Brandon Cooks in trade talks.
Oh, yeah. Brandon Cooks is open to a trade, too.
He
For the
is.
third time.
That poor
He's been
bastard.
traded for a first-round pick twice.
Hey Shelby, do you know the betting odds to land Todd Gurley?
I know the Buccaneers are the favorite.
How'd you know it was plus 100?
Because I saw it earlier on Twitter.
I need to know what Denver's odds are.
Todd Gurley odds not to win MVP. Okay. Bucks plus 150. The Broncos aren't listed. Bucks are plus 150 now. Falcons plus 300. Dolphins plus 400. Bills plus 900. Lions, Redskins, Texans, Colts, Seahawks, Cardinals. Other news. Sean Payton. Ronald. He's got it.
KD. Ronald.
Ronald. Yeah, so the NFL season.
He got the Rona.
The NFL season probably bunked. Probably just shift that back. Have like a 6-game season starting in January 30th, and have the Super Bowl in March. Basically, best case scenario. I don't know. Corona,
I would love if football continued into fucking.
but it
March.
wouldn't start
That's fine
until
with me.
January.
That would interfere with my XFL season,
Till
and I'm not
January.
having it.
That's fine.
Yeah. So big day for Corona. They come on our turf. They nab another one. So, hey, you got to tip. Yeah, you just got to tip your cap. Yeah, Corona won a bunch of road games, and now it's come on our turf, and it's kind of showed its belonging. So, hey, it's a top tier team.
They're contenders for sure.
Yeah, canceling March Madness, XFL, every sport imaginable, and then boom, they get Sean Payton. So tough, sad.
Yeah, I was okay with them canceling the MLB season, but Sean Payton, they crossed
They
the
haven't
line.
canceled the MLB season, you cuck. They just postponed it.
It'll be canceled.
No, it will not.
Yeah, this is supposed to be what you do.
Yeah, I guess that's what happens when you play 160 unnecessary games. There's plenty of time to.
Scotty, don't
playing.
even listen to this. It's just when a sport's too hard to comprehend for someone, they just mock it because they can't understand it. But we might be cured, though, from the coronavirus. Maybe, possibly, but probably not.
Are we?
From my guy, Gregory Regano, at Regano ESQ. Update, full peer-reviewed study.
Stands for Esquire.
I know what it stands for. I'm giving out his Twitter handle. Full peer-reviewed study. Zach's always got to drop in that knowledge to make it seem like he's smarter than everyone else. When
Well, you guys are so dumb that sometimes I have to make sure that you know what
Zach
things
sat
mean.
at my desk one time and was like using a calculator to add up like 24 plus 17. So don't tell me we're dumb. I might be dumb, but I'm not stupid.
Pretty dumb, though.
All right. full peer-reviewed study has been released by a Didier Raoult, MD, PhD. After 6 days, 100% of coronavirus patients treated with HCQ plus a long name were cured of the virus. How about that?
I literally, I sent this article to Jenna this morning, my wife Jenna, and the only thing that she responded back to me was Elon Musk is a chode, and I had to find out why. What does this have to do with Elon Musk?
It.
And I went and I looked, and he tweeted. He was in the replies, and she was talking about how like he doesn't have like a medical degree and he doesn't know what he's talking about, and just leave it to the medical. But like she just said, Elon Musk is a chode.
That's like saying.
Well, I was just like. I sent that to her, and I was like, isn't this exciting? And that's all she said back to me. And I was like, wait, well, why is she even talking about Elon Musk? And I was like, oh, okay, now I know.
Yeah, that was a weird when I clicked on the tweet, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Who's he replying to? Oh, Elon Musk. That makes sense. It's 2020. So, yeah, it's like Elon Musk, the coronavirus patients we sent to Mars have been cured. So, yeah, so I don't know.
Pump it out to the public and bring back sports, you cucks.
Quote by Scotty this morning, killer, got me fired up. But I'm all on the positive vibes only train. I can't. There's all this negative stuff. It's like, give me some good news. Maybe some numbers are going down. I don't know. Just give me something. And that was something. That was a little pick me up I needed this morning.
Yeah.
And then
Australia comes in and just fucking jackknifes your hopes and says like, yeah, we're have like 4 times the amount of cases. We don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know. Maybe the one dumb thing I didn't know today is, maybe, Zach, do you know how big is Italy without looking it up?
Italy?
As a country. Yeah, Italy.
It's like the size of Florida.
It's the size of Michigan. Fucking dumb.
Oh, okay.
But
it's really not that big a difference.
No, I know. But, yeah, Italy's only the size of Michigan, and they were talking about how, like, 25% of the population is, like, older people, 65.
Are we talking population size or geographic size?
Geographic size.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that kind of made me feel a little better, that because anytime it referenced like
history buff with the right questions.
Anytime they said like United States is going to turn into Italy, and then they're like, well, Italy has like the most elderly
I wish
people.
Michigan would turn into Italy right now.
Have you been to Flint?
Fuck them.
All right, so positive vibes
Me and
only.
The Raw Dogs are buying a timeshare in Flint, Michigan.
Road dogs.
Road
going
Dogs.
splitsies. All right. Late. All right.
Late.
So that's also, before we get to our biggest segment, that's the new thing, is that since it's free agency season, it's Rappaport versus Schefter, and whoever doesn't get it, usually Rappaport doesn't get it first. People comment late. So anytime Scotty or Zach or myself references something that isn't like,
but mostly Zach.
Anytime we reference something that isn't 20 seconds or like less, hasn't been released in like the previous half a minute or so, it's a late. So I said I'm watching Love is Blind. Scotty hit me with a late, and it's the first time I got that treatment. So hold accountability season.
Did it hurt?
It hurt.
Did it hurt?
Because I was not expecting it. I thought you'd be like, oh, what do you think? And you're like, late. I'm like, damn it. So, yeah, good. Yeah, you got me. Hand up. All right.
What do you think?
It's very cringy. And
late.
And nice try, Zach. But, yeah.
You can't piggyback lates.
Yeah. There's no double lates. But you're a piggyback later. But when you first told me to watch it, and I watched the first, 17 seconds, I was like, this show is cringy, I'm never going to watch it. And then I finally did, and I was like, it's still cringy, but it is not...
You have to watch it.
It's still entertaining. And now I got through...
You gotta fucking hate watch that shit.
Exactly. I'm in the middle of episode 3 now, and I'm like, okay, I mean, I have to see what happens to these people. They just got engaged. They didn't even know what they look like. They misfired because... It's still a reality show, and everyone there is like, most of them at least, are in their 20s, are fit, and have shining, glimmering white teeth. But they should have got a 300-pound postman from Wisconsin to fall in love with this model, and then see if love is truly blind. So Nick Lachey's experiment here, it's they're too attractive. They're hot people.
The Cincinnati kid.
I know.
You know what though? I feel like and I don't know. Tell me your opinion. Can you hear fat?
Yeah, dude, that crossed my mind.
Because I feel like you definitely
Dude,
can.
I'm glad that you said this because I like this guy was talking and I forget it was the guy that's like a real douche, like he's a player and like 3 girls liked him. What's his name? He's got a chatty name. Barnett, bro. That's like, he last name first named him and now he's like the most popular person on that show. But he was just like talking and I was just like, he's got this grizzled fucking I have a jawline that would cut your finger type voice, and it's like I could hear that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like,
but like if some fat dude from Wisconsin goes on there, you're like the other person on the other end is like, this is some fat dude from Wisconsin, and I know it.
Well, that's like the one guy on there, and he was never. I haven't seen him yet. Was like a 38-year-old, and he's talking to the one girl, and he's like, "I can tell you're African American," and she's like, yeah, so," and she's like, "No, actually," she was just kidding. She was African American, but she was like, "Oh no, I'm actually white." And he's like, "Oh really?" And I'm like, "What the hell's this guy's problem?" Like, so
that's like leave.
Like CEO of not knowing what show he's on. So like he's like
unwoke.
Yeah, very unwoke. Okay, now for the moment you've all been waiting for. We are down
event.
To the Sweet 16 of our March Sadness # the worst bracket. Worst scenarios in the world, and as promised, Zach and I have added an additional caveat to it. And
my favorite thing about this, Shelby, is just the fact that Scotty, like, I don't know half of them, but Scotty doesn't know any of them. And
exactly.
Scotty has one of those laughs that's like, it's infectious. It's one of the few times I will compliment Scotty. Like, Scotty has a fantastic laugh. And no cap. Like, when I record these, when I edit these episodes, I hate listening to myself laugh. Scotty, you've got a solid laugh too, or Shelby, you have a solid laugh too, but Scotty he's got a great laugh. So props to you.
How about next round, you guys do the caveats, and I get surprised for the first time?
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey, a win. Rare win.
Shelby's just trying to get out
nice
of doing
to win
work.
one.
A rare dub.
Yeah, it's Shelby was like, damn, this was really hard. Hey, Scotty, you want to handle the next round?
Well, you just made me feel left out when you were like, I don't know half of them. Scotty doesn't know any of them, and I'm like, well, I know all of them, so I can only get secondhand laughs from your guys' reactions. So it's kind of deflating. You don't see me on the other end of the mic since we're remote. Okay.
Just crying.
All right, we are in the Sweet 16, gentlemen, and we will start now. The first matchup of the Sweet 16 is set, and here it is. As I take a drink of water. All right.
Oh, I thought he was taking a second to spit. Okay, go ahead.
No. Rare miss, Zach. All right. You know what happens when you die, but you can't tell anyone. Then you find out everyone is going to hell for small things that can be fixed. And then you find out hell is worse than the Bible's description. So it's even worse. Which is worse, that or you have to open to close work at Burger King every NFL Sunday. There's a sermon playing on the lobby TV so they don't turn any of the games on. And the entire shift, there's only 4 customers that come in. So it seems even longer.
Hell.
God, when we get to the final 4, this is going to be like reading a fucking novel.
That's what I'm saying. It's like hand up to me is that I make this bracket and I'm going to have to keep rewriting it to make the lines bigger or else I'm going to forget.
Hell is worse because I would rather on NFL Sunday maybe I could pull up my phone. If only 4 customers are there, it's a lot less ease on me, or it's more ease on me, less stress.
But it's also that open to close shift would go a lot faster if you were nonstop busting your ass.
Nah, I'd rather still be lazy.
Yeah, and there is a thing to this where if you are open to close every Sunday and that's your fate, you still get Thursday night, you still get Monday night, and I guess you could tape some games. You could find your way around. I would go all out for a DVR at that point and just try not to find anything out.
Yeah, just put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Don't look at any texts or updates.
So I'm thinking we have an upset because I thought open to close NFL Sunday would be a Final Four team. But they are knocked out in the Sweet 16. Know what happens when you die and all that other shit. moves on to the Elite Eight. All right, next matchup. You have to clean a Duke fraternity every Sunday with no gloves, or every time you sneeze, a dog's tail gets stepped on, and that dog just got adopted, and you're only allowed to take 2 allergy pills a month.
I'm gonna go the fraternity one because I don't have dog allergies, so I can't relate.
But I'm saying it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be dog allergies. It could be you're walking outside. It's
I don't have any allergies, I guess I should say.
Oh, okay. I would still say the dog one because I sneeze so much, and I've mentioned this twice now, but the thought of a sneeze coming, knowing that a newly adopted dog is going to get its tail stepped on, is a lot to take on.
I gotta go with a frat. You have to clean that frat. You have to pick up. Imagine on the middle of the floor you find a used condom. You don't have a glove. You just have to pick it up with your bare fucking hands.
What's a condom?
Well, yeah, I guess that's true. Why don't you ask Cam and Chad down at the frat house at Duke University? Oh, what's a condom?
Yeah, but you just see like there's probably throw up in that bathroom, in the sink, in the toilet. There's like the door is just broken, so like the shower has no curtain, and there's just like muck and dirt and hair in the tub. And there's like there's just one bottle of Axe body wash in there, and like a
we need more lemon pledge.
Scotty, you're the deciding vote.
This is not good for the Scotty hates dogs crowd.
Oh no!
Can you pick up the condom with like toilet paper?
The only stipulation is you have no gloves.
There's no gloves.
Yes, but so toilet paper doesn't constitute as a glove.
Last time I checked, no. is toilet paper
if
a glove?
that were the case, Kroger would be sold out of gloves right now.
Oh man, this is a tough one. I don't like being the deciding factor.
Well, we spoke up first. I jumped on the I'm not going to be the one who hates dogs train early. You've got a first class ticket off that train.
Yeah, but I would have taken the other ones as worse even than the Duke one, the ones that the dog one beat. I'm gonna go with the sneeze.
Ooh, sneeze and a dog
just
tail.
Just to spite you, Zach.
That's fair.
All right.
I have bad allergies in the fall, and I don't
Good.
want to have.
All right. Next matchup. You have to get braces at 27 with pink rubber bands, and you can only eat bread and popcorn for 6 months.
Oh God damn it!
That's kind of extreme. Or you have to fight in the Civil War on the Confederate side, and your brother fights for the North.
Braces.
Civil War.
I love my brother. Oh no, yeah, Civil War. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mr.
History major doesn't know the difference.
What does that have to do with? Okay.
Because it's the Civil War. Okay. Yeah. Civil War is worse. Scotty, just for funsies.
I guess it doesn't matter what I have to say.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
Scotty hates his brother, so mark him down for braces.
No, I'm just kidding. Civil War. I do not hate my brother.
Civil War.
But maybe fun like little competition in the Civil War.
Okay. Hey,
it's not dodgeball.
Yeah. Hey, you want to just see who dies first?
Shoot at each other.
All right, next matchup.
Hey, how does this bayonet feel?
Charge. Okay.
Wait, guys.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you guys telling me you haven't ever thought about? So I had to step away, by the way. My DoorDash guy here, you know how I be in the Corona times. Yeah. So what? You guys don't? You guys wouldn't do a friendly competition like dodgeball in the Civil War?
It's not dodgeball.
What? They don't.
What are you talking about?
It's dodge the Manet ball, maybe.
It's dodge a wound that will kill you.
Friendly
no matter.
competition.
Dodge the cannonball.
What's your count, bro?
Scotty, you're
guys are
swinging
on different
and missing
sides.
all over. Yeah, seriously.
Oh God, dude, I had to come back, man.
You're fighting for the
you're
fighting for the Confederates, aka the South, and your brother's fighting for the North. So if you go home to your family, they probably like the brother more than you. So because he's fighting for good stuff, and not keeping slaves.
Well, I mean, if it technically that is good stuff if your parents live in the South.
Well, in this scenario, okay. Next matchup. you're on acid every time you go see your grandparents, and so are they, and it makes them horny. Or you have to get a face tattoo of your ex, and you have to act like it's completely normal.
I'm gonna go with the acid one.
I don't have any grandparents, so. Cups of the rose.
I have
You
one
did at one
grandparent.
point, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Thanks for the reminder. Sheesh.
You can
Jesus.
Jesus.
So you can think about what it would be like if
Have some fucking
now,
respect, Zach.
your now dead grandparents got horny in front of you and you're tripping balls.
Oh, I could think about them, I don't know, having a heartbeat again. God, you're fucking heartless, Zach.
So are they, apparently. Ew.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
Shelby, don't start crying on the pod, bro.
Scotty, again, you're the odd man out. Decide who moves
Fucking
on.
testing positive for missing the homies.
So you gonna vote or just...
Yeah. I'm not going to choose the grandparent one.
God, he just wants me to lose.
No one's losing except the scenarios.
And Shelby's grandparents.
4 or 5 more of those, and I'm gonna get really pissed. All right, 4 out of the Elite 8 are set. Next
I'm
matchup.
just happy I don't have to add another thing to that because that one was tough adding something to it.
Yeah,
I was like,
absolutely.
how do I make this worse?
Zach,
It
spoiler
gets
alert.
weirdly sexual.
Yeah, Zach, spoiler
With the
alert. They're
grandparents.
all gonna be hard to add another.
Yeah, that's
okay.
true.
Next matchup. Every time you cuss, you get a popcorn kernel stuck in your mouth for 24 hours, and you can't get it out no matter what. And it makes your gums bleed if you try.
Oh, God.
And that goes against, you're at a sold-out sporting event, and your phone rings to a Party in the USA ringtone during the national anthem, and you can't find your phone, and as soon as it rings, it startles you, and you get an immediate Charlie horse.
Oh, God.
So not only are you trying to avoid the embarrassment of having your phone ring to Miley Cyrus at a sold-out sporting event, you physically can't walk because your foot is on fire. Your leg is on fire from a Charlie horse. I'll save my vote till the end, so Scotty
I'm
isn't.
going to have to go with the Colonel
Okay.
simply because at least out of all that awfulness, in this, especially now more than anything, at least I'm at a sporting event and it's happening.
Damn.
So I'm going to have to go with
I'm gonna
Popcorn
agree.
Colonel.
Okay, I would have said Party in the USA, but I'm overruled. You guys just want me to lose, bro.
Hey, I'd like to change my vote, actually.
All right, next matchup in the Sweet 16. Which is worse? Your mom gets an email when you watch porn and vice versa when she does, and she discusses her favorite categories with you.
Oh,
Or you have to sprint,
Wait, you guys don't do that with your moms?
or you have to sprint everywhere under 2 miles yelling, "I'm sprinting" in a Russian accent.
the mom one. The mom one's
I'm
right.
going to say the sprinting one.
Me
Oh,
too.
okay. Wow. The upset of the century.
A lot of
That was
upset.
going to be tough.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to be tough, but, like, dude, I can't do that. Like, that's so bad. The sprint. That's, like, one of the worst things I've ever heard.
The thing I would have added to that one is if it moved on, your mom is the favorite. Never mind. I can't even say
I
that.
guess- I guess-
the odd chance that my mom ends up listening to this at some point in my life, I can't say that.
She's not.
Zach, no wonder you didn't vote on sprinting, because isn't sprinting for you like like walking?
It's about as hard as it is for you to stop gambling.
That's fair. That's
Hey, that's
fine.
not a problem.
That's a fair job.
That's a hobby. It's just a hobby you're bad at. It's fine.
That's just a hobby I can't stop.
It's a hobby you're bad at, like Zach doing
At what
office
point does
trivia
it go
against
from being a
Scotty.
hobby to a problem?
All right, next matchup.
Even though we're tied.
Next matchup.
okay.
Your only job reference is a 12-year-old Twitch streamer,
Oh God.
and if your job calls them for a reference, he drops the N-word, and he's also your best friend. Versus,
Oh man.
you can never lose weight, only gain it, and it goes disproportionately to your gut. But what doesn't go to your gut goes to your face.
The kid one, and simply because my best friend is a 12-year-old.
So that's worse.
I'm gonna say
having
losing
all the weight go to your
losing
gut.
weight because Zach added the stipulation of it goes to your face, and that's the thing is you can cover up a big gut, but if you have a skinny face, you're kind of still a little respectable. But when that face puffs up, man, and you look like you just got stung by bees,
It's over.
it's just hard to come back from.
Dunzo.
Overruled.
Scotty, is
Yeah.
that your vote?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I agree.
Our last matchup to decide the Elite Eight. You have to take clarinet lessons once a week and perform
man.
at a church every Sunday, or one Sunday a year. I think that's right. One Sunday a month, my bad. And when you play that one Sunday a month, you're on television for a donation drive. Or you have
my
to get
God.
a base hit off Aroldis Chapman. It must leave the infield, and you're being heckled by an entire stadium. I don't want to step in the box against Aroldis Chapman. I just don't.
Yeah, and it's like you don't get to leave until you do it. It has to leave the infield, and there's what is the average capacity of the nation's ballpark? Probably like 50,000,
About
40,000.
that, yeah.
Yeah. No thanks.
Well, the alternative is for charity, so it is for a good cause. So that's
Yeah,
the
but
silver lining.
the good cause isn't getting anything because your dumbass is playing the
That's
clarinet.
what I'm saying. It's like you turn into a
They
donation
might
drive. One of those
take money from
one
charity.
Of one of those ones where you call in and there's people on telephones behind you and you're just playing the clarinet terribly.
Yeah, but they might give it to me for sympathy. Like, oh, this kid, he's just
Yeah.
trying to do the right thing.
Spin zone.
Either way, I'd rather. do
Aroldis
that
Chapman
than-
is worse.
Yeah.
It's a clean
Yeah, it
sweep.
is.
All right, we
Yeah,
have
clean sweep.
an Elite Eight in our March Sadness hashtag the worst bracket, gentlemen. And I'm so glad I
Yeah.
don't have to add anything to these because you two are on that duty for Monday's show.
Is that our show?
That's our show.
Yeah.
Scotty, you're shit, okay?
Woke up quick at about. Just thought that I had to be in Compton soon. I gotta get drunk before the day begins. Before my mother starts bitching about my friends. About to go and damn near went blind. Young niggas on the path throwing up gang signs. I went in the house to get the clip with my Mac 10 on the side of my head. I bailed outside and I pointed my weapon. Just as I thought, the fools kept stepping. I jumped in the flow, hit the juice of my ride. I got front and back, side to side. Then I let the Alpine play. I was pumping new shit by NWA. It was gangsta gangster at the top of the list. Then I played my own shit, it went something like this. Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the bitches, slapping the hoes. I went to the park to get the scoop.